So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create these easy mason jar Caesar salads. So these are not your traditional Caesar salads or your traditional Caesar dressing. So my recipe does not have mayo in it, and it is a little bit healthier. But please trust me when I tell you that it is really easy. And again, I'm going to show you how to properly build your salad in the mason jar so your lettuce or your greens is not soggy and you get a good turnout. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with the Caesar dressing. So right here, I'm just showing you all the things that you need, your grocery list, and the recipe will be in the description box. So you want to start off with 2 egg yolks. You do want to crack them. You can keep your egg whites and you can just leave that in the refrigerator if you want to do like an egg white omelet or something like that the next day, but you do just need the 2 egg yolks. So you want to take your time doing this. If you do not feel comfortable doing the technique that you see me doing here, your next and your easiest option would be cracking the egg into a strainer and then just dumping the egg yolk into a separate bowl. If you decide to do it with a strainer, make sure you're using a strainer, anything other than a mesh strainer. So now you're going to just whisk those 2 eggs together. Just make sure that it is combined. And you want to do this just to make sure that, again, it is combined and that it is smooth. You want to make sure there is no clumps, and then you also want to make sure there's no shells in this egg yolks. So next you're going to take 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and then you're going to put that in with the egg yolks. Usually I crack my own black pepper and then I grind it up, and I have one that's fine and then I have one that is coarse. You can use whichever one you prefer or whichever one that you have, as long as it is black pepper. So once you get that whisk in together, you are going to slowly whisk in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So one thing you want to make sure is that you are using extra virgin olive oil or you are using avocado oil. This recipe does not call for a substitution method, so you would either use, again, the olive oil or avocado oil. And you want to follow the same technique by slowly whisking it in. So the next thing that you're going to add is going to be a 1/2 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So Dijon mustard adds quite a bit of flavor to the Caesar dressing. I do not suggest any substitutions for this. So if you do not have it, I would just stop by your local grocery store and grab it. It is about $2 to $3. So the next thing you're going to add is going to be a 1/2 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. If you do not know how to pronounce it, that is fine, as long as you put the right thing in here. You're going to give that a whisk, and then you're going to make sure that everything is combined, and you will start to see the color develop. Now, traditional Caesar dressing does have about a teaspoon, depending on how much you're making, of anchovy paste. That is where your salt is coming from. So I removed the anchovy paste and I removed the mayo. I do not eat things that I do not like, and anchovies is one of them. So you are going to take that lemon and you are going to cut a slice off, and you're going to cut that slice into quarters and set that to the side. Then you're going to take the remaining lemon and you're going to squeeze the whole thing into your dressing mixture, and you're going to get that whisk together just like I'm doing here. So if you do not have a fresh lemon, you can use lemon juice. 1 lemon is equivalent to 2 tablespoons. So you want to use 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the squeezed garlic or the minced garlic, just one or the other. So once you get the garlic in, you are just going to take a spoon and you are just going to combine it just to make sure that the garlic is broken up and that everything else is well combined. Again, you want to still look to make sure that there are no shells, and you want to make sure that there are no clumps. So if done correctly, it should look just like this, and you have just created yourself some homemade healthy Caesar dressing. So now we're going to go into building the salad jars. So at this point, you do want to make sure you have all of your toppings picked out. I will go through those shortly. But for your mason jar, your base layer should always be your dressing. So right here, you just see me doing 1 spoonful. If you do not have this kind of ladle, you can just use a 1/4 cup measurement. And then you're going to add your toppings. So you just want to make sure that you have a protein, which the protein that I have is going to be this turkey meat. And then I had some shrimp. You can use ground chicken if you want, or whatever it is that you prefer. So you're going to put all of the toppings in the middle, basically everything except for the lettuce. So the dressing goes at the bottom, and the lettuce should be the last thing that you put in the jar. If not the lettuce, the last thing should be the cheese. Again, keep in mind that this is not your traditional Caesar salad. This is just everything that I like in my Caesar salad. Turkey, meat, mandarin oranges, 2 different kinds of cheeses, and cucumbers. I always eat salads with cucumbers. So I'm just showing you how I like mine, and then I'm going to show you a traditional way to do a Caesar salad if you want to stick to that. So right here, I'm just showing you that the greens goes last, whether it is a lettuce or a spring mixture, whatever your green mixture is, it has to go last. If you do not put it last, it will get soggy and it will not turn out right. So after you put the greens in the mason jar, you're just going to garnish it with a lemon. So Caesar dressing is garnished with a lemon. If you've ever been to a restaurant, you probably noticed, like, why is it a lemon slice on the salad plate? And that's why. So I have this Asiago cheese blend that I normally get from Sam's Club. It's a pretty big bag. I believe it's like $6 or $7, and it is really convenient for when I'm prepping salads. And I never prep salads for 7 days because in 7 days they can go bad. So I prep them for at least 4 days at a time. So this is one of the 4 salads that I created. I do not like to eat the same salads every single day, so this is why I switched it up. So the next one I'm going to show you is going to be kind of like a basic Caesar salad with turkey meat. So again, we're going to run it back by explaining that you have the dressing at the bottom, and then you go ahead to putting the cucumbers. So if anyone is wondering why my cucumbers are cut like this and not thinly sliced because it is going into a mason jar, that's because I'm one of the people that keeps cucumbers and vinegar in my refrigerator. So I always keep a cucumber vinegar salad. So as simple as that sounds, I'm going to create a video on how you can make the cucumber vinegar salad. It is very easy. So after you get the protein in, you're going to take your same greens, but then you're going to add some of that shaved Asiago and Parmesan cheese blend on top of the protein. Next, you're going to take some croutons, and you do want to crush them up a little bit unless you have a bigger mason jar, but I always have to crush mine up just a little bit. And then you're just going to add that on top. So do keep in mind that we are stuffing everything inside of this mason jar. So when you pour this salad into a bowl or onto a plate, it is actually way more than what it looks like. So the last thing you're going to take is you're going to take your green mixture. This is a mixture between lettuce and spinach. And again, I got this from Sam's Club. I get mostly everything from Sam's Club. It was a big pack of it that I didn't even put a dent in making these, and it was only like $3. So I do suggest everybody go to one of those, retailers, Costco, Sam's Club. I'm not sponsored, but I'm just letting y'all know. So you're going to top it off with a lemon, one of the lemon wedges, and then you're just going to close it up, and then it should look just like this. So the next thing that you're going to do is you are just going to repeat the process. The next one that I did, I made a shrimp Caesar salad. So instead of me putting turkey, I put shrimp. So you can use any toppings that you prefer, as long as you follow the technique that the dressing goes at the bottom and the lettuce is at the top. As long as you do that, you'll be perfectly fine. I guarantee that if you eat this for lunch or even dinner, you won't eat the whole thing because it is a lot of salad in these little mason jars. I do not suggest you go past this size. I believe that this is a 16-ounce mason jar. Anything bigger will be entirely too much unless you're trying to, share it with another person, or unless you're making it for more than just one person. So these salads are very filling. Later on my channel, I'm gonna show you guys how to make like different ones. Like one of my favorite salads is the Southwest salad, and it has like tortilla chips, it has chicken, it has beans, and it has corn. I'll show you guys how to make that, but this is like for the beginners, like people that really don't meal prep and want to start, or people that really don't eat healthy and want to start. So after you get all of your salad jars prepped, you want to store these in your refrigerator for up to 7 days. The reason why I said to not make 7 days worth of salads is because if you do not eat one per day for 7 days, they will go bad. So when you are ready to eat your salads, what you're going to do is 10 minutes before, flip the jar over. You do not want to shake it, just flip it over, let the dressing run down, and then you want to put that in a bowl or a plate, and then you can eat your salad. So it is that simple. Again, I'll have another video to show you guys exactly how to do that. I don't know what happened to that clip, but this is what they should look like, and I will see you guys in my next video.